The Book of Psalms, Psalm 44. For the chief musician, by the sons of Korah, a contemplative psalm. We have heard with our ears, God. Our fathers have told us what work you did in their days, in the days of old. You drove out the nations with your hand, but you planted them. You afflicted the peoples, but you spread them abroad. For they didn't get the land in possession by their own sword, neither did their own arm save them. But your right hand, your arm, and the light of your face, because you were favorable to them. God, you are my king. Command victories for Jacob. Through you, we will push down our adversaries. Through your name, we will tread down those who rise up against us. For I will not trust in my bow, neither will my sword save me. But you have saved us from our adversaries and have shamed those who hate us. In God, we have made our boasts all day long. We will give thanks to your name forever. Selah. But now you rejected us and brought us to dishonor, and don't go out with our armies. You make us turn back from the adversary. Those who hate us take plunder for themselves. You have made us like sheep for food, and have scattered us among the nations. You sell your people for nothing, and have gained nothing from their sale. You make us a reproach to our neighbors, a scoffing and a derision to those who are around us. You make us a byword among the nations, a shaking of the head among the peoples. All day long my dishonor is before me, and shame covers my face. At the taunt of one who reproaches and verbally abuses, because of the enemy and the avengers. All this has come on us. Yet we haven't forgotten you. We haven't been false to your covenant. Our heart has not turned back. Neither have our steps strayed from your path. Though you have crushed us in the haunt of jackals and covered us with the shadow of death, if we have forgotten the name of our God, or spread out our hands to a strange God, won't God search this out? For he knows the secrets of the heart. Yes, for your sake we are killed all day long. We are regarded as sheep to the slaughter. Wake up. Why do you sleep, Lord? Arise. Don't reject us forever. Why do you hide your face and forget our affliction and oppression? For our soil is bowed down to the dust. Our body clings to the earth. Rise up to help us. Redeem us for your loving kindness' sake. So here we have Psalm 44. You know, we have heard with our ears, God. Our fathers have told us what work you did in their days, in the days of old. You know, we always look wistfully back at the days before us. You know, like, didn't the Puritans have more faith than we did? Weren't they more serious about their faith? You know, wasn't people in Bible times, didn't they have more faith? But the truth of the matter is, those in Bible times did great sin. They totally kept rejecting God over and over again. I mean, it's wearying if you read the Old Testament. They had a clear knowledge of God, and yet they kept rejecting him. Just amazing to me how that worked. They kept rejecting him, you know. And it says in verse 2, you drove out the nations with your hand, but you planted them. You know, this wasn't so much work. You know, we prayed, God worked, told us to go out to battle, we were victorious. You know, you afflicted the peoples, but you spread them abroad. You know, for they didn't get the land in possession by their own sword. Neither did their own arm save them, but your right hand, your arm, and the light of your face, because you were favorable to them. Hmm. So they're looking wistfully from the past when God was with them. And now I think this must have been one of the dispersions, because he says, this doesn't seem to be happening anymore. We seem to be trodden and, uh, cast down. Verse 9 says, but you have rejected us and brought us to dishonor, and don't go out with our armies. You have made us like sheep for food and have scattered us among the nations. This certainly sounds like a dispersion. They sinned horribly. They rejected God after all that he's done. Remember, they knew all this from their fathers, and yet they still rejected God. You make us a reproach to our neighbors, a scoffing and a derision to those who are around us. You make us a byword among the nations, a shaking of the head among the people. I can almost picture that shaking of the head. Oh, come on, these Israelites. They might have had a good God before, but look at them now, you know? So, you know, you've made them a byword, losers, maybe, or something like that, you know? Verse 22, yes, for your sake, we are killed all day long. We are regarded as sheep for the slaughter. This reminds me of Isaiah 53, he is despised and rejected of men, and it goes on to say he is brought as a sheep to the slaughter. So this is what's going to happen to Jesus. So I know a lot of things that happened to the Israelites are foreshadowing what's going to happen with, Jesus, you know. Wake up. Why do you sleep, Lord? Arise. Don't reject us forever. Verse 26, rise up to help us. Redeem us by your loving kindness sake. So Psalm 44.